Greetings, DMs, GMs, and players. This is the Insomniac GM. Today, I want to show you how to make a Cryptworld character. Cryptworld is a retro clone of the first edition of the Chill RPG, which they are both actually made by the same company, which is Paysetter. Paysetter only made first edition Chill, and they ended up selling the rights, I believe. But so yeah. Now in Cryptworld, you use this action table to see how successful you are with your rolls in that. So like you end up making a roll and you end up subtracting your stat, and the total would be in the numbers here. And you look over on the chart, like if you're making like a strength check, you're going to use the ability check. If you're using more of a skill, like say firing a pistol, you'll use the skill check. And depending on the difficulty, the Crypt Master might tell you to move further or back on this chart. Attacking an enemy, you use the defense and the attack, and based on what you get tells you how much of a success it was. So you may like brutally wound a creature. But so we're gonna get into character creation. So I'm just gonna block that real quick. So normally in Cryptworld you use 3d10 to roll the stats. With me, my homebrew rule is I roll 5d10 in order, and I get rid of the lowest and the highest number. So in this case, I would get rid of the 4 and I'd get rid of the 9. So that becomes a 17. So once you have the 17, you multiply that by 2, and then you add 20. So 17 becomes 54. Okay, we got a 9 and we got a 5, so that is 21, so 62. And then 2 and 7, so we got a 9 here. Okay, we'll get rid of the 1, we'll get rid of one of the 10s, so we have a 20 right here. Now the reason why I go with the 5d10 and take away the lowest and the highest number is your character can get like these special abilities, paranormal talents, where they can like get kind of like the Shining from, well, the movie The Shining. I prefer the players to have more average stats, so that the characters seem more unique and interesting compared to one another. And depending on what your stats are, you're not going to get as many paranormal talents, or you may not. I've already made 6 characters for this, and only one of them got a paranormal talent. Okay, and then 17. Okay, so now that we got that decided, we're going to look at what our starting skills are. So we're going to roll a d10. We got a 2, and on the chart, if you roll a 1 through 3, you get 3 skills. Now, we look to see if we have a paranormal talent. So our perception has to be a 60 or a higher, which it isn't, and our willpower has to be a 50 or a higher, which it is, but because our perception is not, we do not get a paranormal talent. So, like I said, I do that just to kind of make paranormal talents more special and unique. You can definitely give your characters more on that. So the next step. Oh, da, da, da. Okay, so next we will figure out our unskilled melee, which is strength plus agility divided by 2. So that is 4 plus 38. Sorry if you hear me clearing my throat a lot. I'm waiting for the results. I may have the virus. Okay, so our unskilled melee is now a 46. Now we look at our penetration value. So this is your penetration pretty much cancels out armor class. So once again, I try to keep the penetration value pretty low. So the player got a 54, and on the chart, if you get a 50 to 59, your penetration value is 5. So now we go into stamina. Our current stamina is 54. We're not worried about willpower because we do not have any paranormal talents. And then our stamina recovery rate, we gotta grab this sheet. So our stamina is 54, so it's 4. Then we look at what our wounds are. Now we look at the chart, our stamina is 54 on the chart. 48 to 58 is 13. Well, there's 15 boxes, so we'll cross off 2. So what happens in here is as you take damage, your stamina will go down. Once your stamina reaches 0, you start going into the wounds. However, certain attacks can just go right through your, like just ignore your stamina and start going for the wounds. Now that we have that, just making sure. Okay, so whatever skills we end up choosing, we're only going to go with the, I'm not gonna make the stats real crazy high because we're only getting 3 skills. So whatever we end up getting is going to be a plus 15. Now you can get a specialist level, which is 15 point, an additional 15. You can get expert level, which is plus 30, and you can get master, which is plus 55. So with that said, we can go into the skills. Now, I haven't really thought out how I want to use this character. I think it would be interesting, however, just looking at this with going with like a like maybe a boxer or something. So let's go with one skill in boxing. So for boxing, we need strength plus dex plus agility, and divide that by 3. So our strength is 54. Our, is that dex, right? Yep, dex is 62. And then our agility is 38. So I got 154, and we'll divide that by 3. So I got 51.333. We'll just say it's 51 rounded. And then we add the 15. So we now have a 66. So if we go to roll a stat or to attack, we're going to subtract the number to see if we can hit it or not. Now, let's look back at our skills. Let's go with some non-combat skill. I like the idea of gambling. Like maybe this character got into boxing because of a gambling addiction, that they thought they could start rigging it or something. So we're going to add our perception and our luck and divide that by 20. So we got 100. I don't even need to calculate that. So that's 50. 50 added to 15. We now have 65. Now, we add one more. What should I go for this last one for this character? I'm gonna say let's go electronics. I'm just thinking with this character, maybe they used to be a like an electrician, and they got like tired of the job and started getting into gambling, and this ended up leading to them like getting into the whole boxing scene. So once again, we're going to do perception plus our dexterity plus luck, which is 162 divided by 3. So we got 54. So now we have 69 and that skill. So we're not doing anything with paranormal talents. And frankly, I'm not going to give him a weapon because for this game, it's a horror game. He's not going to be wearing any armor. He's not wearing leather or anything. He's just wearing his basic clothes. Now, for this game, it would be more of just the players just playing out this character, and they get themselves in a horror situation. I haven't quite thought of what kind of scenario I would do with this character, but it would definitely be a one-shot focused on like the whole character design, maybe a solo adventure. But this is how you make a character in Cryptworld. Next, I'm going to be covering their supplement for creating monster characters. So, until next time.